Hey y'all, this Battle Memes by Amari back at you with another video. Um, to be honest, I would have to say that the Shadow Dragon arc is the most creative arc in Dragon Ball. I mean, the whole repercussions from overuse of the Dragon Balls is just it was such a good idea. It was so phenomenal. Like it just shows that no matter what you do, there can be a B side to it. You know, consequences to your actions. Even if your intentions are good, there can still be bad repercussions from it. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that the Android slash Cell arc was my favorite. You know, everybody was in their prime, so it made sense for everybody to be involved. Unlike Super, where it just screwed up the entire scaling to get everybody involved to the point that it made no sense. The Cell slash Android arc, it made sense. Everybody was in their prime. I mean, I was so into the Cell arc that I couldn't wait for the English dub. Like, I had to buy the Japanese VHS tapes from an import store just so I can know what happened next. And Cell being one of my favorite villains, you know, his goal wasn't really all that great. It was kind of mediocre. You know, he just wanted to be the strongest, perfection, and that was cool. But you know, his more of his demeanor and his attitude is what made him my favorite, one of my favorite villains.
I mean, do you remember when he showed up and like all the dead bodies was in the city and it was just like a horror scene? I mean, that had me creeped out. I mean, I couldn't wait to find out who this dude was. It was like seriously a horror side of Dragon Ball when Cell first showed up. The music, the dark tone, I mean, it was something straight out of a horror film. Seriously. I loved it. Then you have the Red Ribbon Army arc that really shows how badass Goku can be. I mean, it's the most badass Goku has been. I mean, it really showed his serious side, something that's lacking in a certain current Dragon Ball series we know about today. And you know, it just shows you don't mess around with Goku. His I don't play Goku side is just straight up badass. He took on the entire army, showing how serious and how savvy this dude can be is when it comes to martial arts and fighting. And you see, that's one thing that GT did so well. Like, it stayed true to that dark tone. It stayed true to that serious Goku. And the way that it wrapped back into the original story, like what made Dragon Ball great and what it was, the Dragon Balls. And seeing a completely different dragon after all these years come out of the Dragon Balls, like, dude, that completely threw me for a twist. I couldn't believe it myself. Like, the Shadow Dragon, the repercussions of using the Dragon Balls, overusing the Dragon Balls for your own selfish, quote unquote, selfish needs and wants. Now, I'm not saying that wishing for Earth to come back from being destroyed is selfish, but you get my point. Overusing the Dragon Balls and relying on them to save the day has backlashes. And this was the backlash, the Shadow Dragon. Now the entire universe is in danger because of it. Now, people get it mixed up thinking that Shadow Dragon is Shenlong. He's not Shenlong. He's a completely different dragon from the evil side, the negative, the minus side of the Dragon Balls. Shenlong is from the plus side. This dude is somebody completely different. Now, what confused me a bit about this scene is that there were 6 dragons that split from Shadow Dragon at this moment. Now, does that mean Omega needed a completely different ritual to show up? I don't know, because this was only 6 dragons. Then Shadow Dragon flew off into the distance. So I'm thinking that maybe he had to split a certain kind of way for Omega, seeing as how he's the strongest of the dragons and he's the one that can collect the Dragon Balls to become Omega. Now, there is one plot hole in this arc. The Elder Kais and the other Kaoshin know that overuse of the Dragon Balls will build up the negative energy, the minus power in the Dragon Balls, and then this event would occur. They know that. Yet they never said anything about it in Z. And it was awesome how they blamed Bulma because she created that Dragon Radar. So again, it wraps back into the original Dragon Ball, which was cool, but they never said anything about it. The Elder Kai didn't say anything about it. I don't know if the Namekians would know, like Piccolo, whether he would know about it. But that's one of the plot holes in this arc. Now, whether the Kaoshin knew that the Dragon Balls were being overused prior to the Buu arc, I don't know. Maybe that can be one of the reasons why nothing was ever said, because the Kaioshin weren't really involved with the Z Warriors before the Buu arc. And this isn't the first time this has happened before, because the Shadow Dragons have shown up on another planet before and destroyed all the cosmos around that planet. So this definitely isn't the first time the Shadow Dragons showed up. Now, when Popo said they destroyed the cosmos, that's not really a specific amount on how much they destroyed, but they damn near destroyed the universe. And how that was done, I don't know. Whether it was over time, whether it was all the dragons separated, whether Omega was there, like appeared and got all the Dragon Balls, I don't know. It's never really specified. But other than Xeno, we know it's more than anybody in Dragon Ball Super ever destroyed. No, I'm kidding. I'm not even gonna go there. But yeah, man, like all the dragons were unique in their design. They all had their own personalities, which made them separate from each other. I mean, this arc gave us Omega, which was one of the most savage villains in Dragon Ball. You know, he was willing to take out his own kin just to become Omega, which quote unquote perfect. You know, he was able, and that was the only way he was going to be able to collect the Dragon Balls and infuse with them, was to take out that Dragon Ball's dragon. And he gave Goku the most one-sided ass whooping in Dragon Ball. Goku stood no chance against this dude. Not to mention, Omega's the first one to ever survive a full-on Dragon Fist thanks to his Majin Buu-like regeneration. Giving us Uzaru Vegeta again, I mean, shit, that hit me right in the feels. And giving us the best fusion ever. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I mean, come on, dude. The strongest, most powerful fusion in Dragon Ball to this date is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, whether you like it or not. And the way he tossed around Omega like he was nothing, like he was absolutely beneath him, was completely impressive. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed with that. That's the way a fusion should be. That's the way Gogeta should be. He shouldn't have to try.
And I mean, come on, the way that he beat Omega, it was fantastic, man. I loved it. The fact that he used the spirit bomb. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's not original. He used the spirit bomb before. Okay, he uses the spirit bomb all the time. He even used it in Super, which was lame as hell when he used it there in that tournament. That shit was lame. Can't nobody tell me no different. They made the spirit bomb look like trash. And the fact that he used it, he needed the entire universe to defeat Omega, which was amazing. Like, I can't understand how anybody can actually hate on that. Yes, the spirit bomb is one of his techniques. It's a last resort technique, and it's what other way would he be able to beat Omega? Goku had used all his resources to fight the dude, and nothing he did would work. And we all know Omega is pure evil. I mean, he's evil reincarnate. I mean, he's basically Majin Buu level evil, except he has a conscience. He has, you know, a conscience like Buhan did, but he's pure evil. So there's really no other way to beat him besides the Genkidama, the Spirit Bomb. That was the only way to stop him. And the fact that enemies he defeated in the past was willing to help Goku do this just shows how amazing it is. And the fear that he put in Omega's heart before he finished him. I mean, that shit was legendary. Pan saying Goku looks like you're like a god. Serious? I mean, this was perfect. It was perfect. It was a perfect way to stop the final boss in Dragon Ball. And the fact that he needed a universe scale spirit bomb to do it shows just how powerful Omega was. No other villain ever in Dragon Ball history before this needed such a powerful attack to be defeated. Nobody. Now, I say defeated and not killed because, according to Toyotaro, the dragons aren't killed. They're just sent back to the Dragon Realm, which is where Goku went after GT, because apparently Shenlong's spirit merged with Goku and he was sent to the Dragon Realm to be able to train more in Dragon Ball AF. I mean, y'all should check Dragon Ball AF out. It's pretty cool. I like Toyotaro's take on what happens after GT. And we all know how strong Toyotaro's ties are with Toy. So whether that's where Goku went afterwards, we don't know. But it makes perfect sense. It was also cool on how they needed a certain amount of Super Saiyans to be able to wish Goku back. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Them needing a certain amount of Super Saiyans to achieve a goal. I'm not gonna say nothing, but seeing as how GT is wrapped up into the movie verse, they wish back Broly to be one of the Super Saiyans that they needed to wish Goku back from the Dragon Realm. It's really cool. So yeah, you guys let me know what your favorite arc is in Dragon Ball. I'm interested to know. I just feel like this was the best way to end Dragon Ball. I mean, it fit the story. It fit back into Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. It just wraps into the past of Dragon Ball, and that's what was so unique about it. I love the fact that it kept everything relevant that happened in the past. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next video.